What's going on, guys? I just wanted to do a quick little video on Five Nights at Freddy's. Something I didn't expect to really talk about much, but here I am. So basically, I've been playing Five Nights at Freddy's for a long time, but guess who's only played 2 of the games? Yeah, it came out in 2014. I was 7 years old. Of course I was playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and occasionally I still even pick up my phone and play Five Nights at Freddy's every once in a while. But the games are something I'm interested in, but just never really sought out to play every single one of until now, because I'm genuinely very interested now. So recently I actually got caught up on all the lore, and I must say it is very interesting lore. I'm thoroughly interested in the lore. So when Five Nights at Freddy's trailer for the movie first came out, I was semi-interested, but I did not have any plans to go watch it. And then as I got more interested in the lore, I was like, you know what, let's do it. So I had some friends come over, and we watched it, and I must say, I was thoroughly impressed. So I write most of my reviews on Letterboxd, which is what we're all kind of on, me and my friends. And on Letterboxd, I gave it a solid 3.5 stars, which is not bad. That would be about 7 stars if you do it in 10, so it was 70%. And just reading what I wrote here, I claimed it was a love letter to FNAF fans all around the world. Yeah, that just does a great job of providing viewers with like a new take on the famous lore that everybody knows this for. And I think the cast did an incredible job. I cannot remember the name of Mike Smith, but I know his actor from the Hunger Games, and he killed it. I was in love with his character and just his acting. He did not have to act that well in this movie, but he did, and he killed it. I mean, he really did. And obviously, seeing Matthew Lillard back on the big screen in a mainstream movie was amazing. It took me back to my Scooby-Doo days back in the day. And the writing itself is also shockingly good. Bar a few lines here and there. I mean, it's, for the most part, very well written. The film also does a great job at world building, which is something I did go in expecting because of just how deep the world of this series is, and it sets it up in a way that references the original timeline and series very well, but also creates new things to make it its own thing. And I just think it absolutely killed it in that area there, and it set up for a sequel perfectly. I feel like there's many loose ends and setups that could just go straight into a second film. And I really hope if they do a second film that they can top this one, but not make it worse. I feel like this film has a lot of room to be topped, but I also feel like it has a lot of room below it that they could just fail miserably and just sell out on it. So my biggest complaint would definitely be the lack of jump scares, which, you know, the games rely very heavily on. And just kind of the lack of horror elements in general, considering it is a horror franchise. Horror loosely. There are horror elements, but they're for 7-year-olds. Come on. We want to see a dark and gritty Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And for the most part, you did actually get some of that in here, but it's also not as much as I would have liked to see. I also would like to add that I am in love with the fact that they went practical for this movie. Of course, there is CGI. I mean, they had to smooth over a little bit, but the majority of the use for practical effects with the suits for all of the animatronics is just remarkable to me. You barely see that anymore, and I'm so happy they went and did that in this film.